Hi, boys and girls, it's Miss Mall. Welcome back to our Writers Workshop. Today we are on session 18, preparing for our publishing party. Writers do their best work now to share it later. So let's get started on some more writing today. Writers, I want you to take out your how-to books that you're going to share at our celebration. It's only a few days away. I want you to think about the grown-ups in your lives. Grown-ups have several jobs they do. They can be parents, cooks, food shoppers, as well as having a job that they go to every day. Just like grown-ups, you have lots of jobs to do. I want you to give me a thumbs up if you're a writer. Okay, give me a thumbs up if you're a reader. Yes. What about a mathematician? Do you do math? Absolutely. Or what about a scientist? Yes, you have so many jobs that you do. But today, you're going to add another job that you do as a writer. You are going to be editors. Today, I'm going to teach you that you can be an editor and edit your own writing to make sure it's easy for readers to read. You can use our new editing checklist to make sure you used capital letters at the beginning of each sentence and lowercase letters for the rest of the letters in words, and that you spelled word-wall words correctly. So writers, today I want you to open up your writing folders, and I want you to get out your piece of how-to writing that you're going to share at the celebration. Now, my friends at home, you might not have a magic pointer, editing pointer with you, but you can sure make one. It's going to look like this. You can get a regular popsicle stick and color a red circle on one side and a blue circle on the other. And if you don't have a popsicle stick, that's okay. Maybe you can get different color pens, a red and a blue one, or even crayons that you can use. But my friends in class, you're going to have your magic editing pointer that your teacher gave you. And those editing pointers are going to help you edit your writing. So are you ready for me to show you how they can help you do this important work? Great, so let's look at our editing checklist. Look at this part of the checklist. Now, here's my magic editing pointer. The red dot on this side of the popsicle stick is in charge of checking for upper and lower case letters. And you see where I'm pointing to on our editing checklist? To see if you used lowercase letters unless capitals are needed. Remember, every sentence starts with a capital letter, and even words that are names of people or places. So I grabbed our class book on how to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. So let me show you how I check my writing with my magic editing pointer. So see how I placed this end of the stick under the first letter of the first word? Now I see an uppercase G. Well, I remembered to use a capital letter at the beginning of my sentence. So now let's check the rest of the words on this first line. The next letter is a lowercase e. Yes. And then I have a lowercase t. Yes. Let's move on to the next word. We have a lowercase t, a lowercase h, and a lowercase e. Yes, all those letters need to be lowercase. Let's move on to our next word. I have a lowercase j, a lowercase a, and a lowercase r. All those letters need to be lowercase. The next word, lowercase o, lowercase f. And then on our last word, we have a lowercase p, a lowercase e, a lowercase a, lowercase n, lowercase u, and a lowercase t. Yes, all those letters need to be lowercase. The only letter that should be capital should be the first word, the first letter of the first word at the beginning of every sentence, unless you have the name of somebody in your sentence. So now it's your turn. I want you to get your book ready. take your stick with the red dot at the end or a red pen or a red crayon and check for upper and lowercase letters. I want you to begin with the first letter of the first word in the sentence. Remember, that should be an uppercase letter. Then move your pointer along until you check all the letters in all the words. Use your pen and change any letters that need to be changed. So if you accidentally put an uppercase letter in the middle of your sentence, change it to a lowercase letter. So writers, our editing checklist tells us that we have more things to do. I want you to flip your popsicle stick over if you're in class. And if you're at home and you don't have a popsicle stick, I want you to grab a blue pen or a blue crayon. Now we're going to use that to find all the word wall words and make sure they're spelled just the way they look on your word wall. So see how I'm pointing to that on our editing checklist? We need to make sure that all the word wall words are spelled correctly. So I want you to go ahead and pause this video and check all your word wall words and make sure they are spelled correctly. And this is what the popsicle stick with the blue dot looks like. So boys and girls, you've done a lot of work with your editing pointer, your magic editing pointer, or if you had a magic pen or crayon. You checked to see if the uppercase and lowercase letters were in the correct place and that all your word wall words were spelled correctly. Great editors are always great detectives. So from now on, writers and editors, anytime you are finished with a piece of writing, I want you to take out your editing checklist and be your own editor. You will find editing checklists in the Writing Center and in your writing folder to remind you. You can take your magic popsicle stick or your magic pen or crayon and use it to help you. If you want your book to teach people how to do something, they need to be able to read it. And this is one way to make your writing easier to read. I can't wait to see what you do as great editors today. Off you go.